Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Letitia and I'm very super excited that you joined me here today. I have a very interesting romantic story about Caleb and Margaret. Margaret is a Ugandan and Caleb is an American, but guess where they met? They met on a dating app, and I'm very sure you're asking yourself which dating app and for how long did they talk. I have every detail about their relationship and how I got to get in touch with them. So make sure you watch this video up to the end because you wouldn't want to miss all the details, especially if you are looking for love online. Yes, so make sure you relax and listen to this story up to the end because I'm very sure there is a lot to learn from this video, and I'm sure you'll find this story very interesting, and I know you'll enjoy it. So now where should I start from? Because this is a very long but interesting story, and I don't know where to start from. But let's start with how did I get to know them? Let's start from there. It started like this. Margaret reached out to me on our main YouTube channel. Yes, I know some of you don't know that we have another channel, actually, our main channel. Yes, you can go and check it out. Our main channel is We Believe in You. And those who would want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description below so that you can go and support our channel and subscribe because we are soon bringing more content on that channel. Yes. So she reached out to me and she watched our video. That video is about my boyfriend visiting my family in Uganda, Western Uganda. Yeah, so you can go and check it out and watch it. It is one interesting video. Yeah, so she watched the video and yeah, she sent the message and she commented. So this is the message she sent on that video. She said, "Wow, this is beautiful, my dear. I'm glad that God answered your prayers. Konka shimwana we nobasa kunyambo kampa okubasa kugambaho niwe mazima. Tindi mufere. But mine is also in USA. Konka, it's still hard for him to process papers okuisha because he has never traveled to Africa." I know I have some audience in other different countries. You might not understand some words, so I will have to interpret for you so that you can understand. Wow, this is so beautiful, my dear. I'm glad that God answered your prayers. But is it possible to talk to you? I'm not a scammer. But mine is also in USA, but it's still hard for him to process papers to come because he has never traveled to Africa. And I told her, "Oh, sorry, search for Letitia Styles." So I gave her my Instagram username so that she can search for me there and connect and I help her. She reached out to me on Instagram. We connected and we started talking and she told me why she had reached out to me. She wanted me to talk to my boyfriend to help her boyfriend, yeah, to walk him through the process of what is required to come to Uganda. Yeah, so I talked to my boyfriend about it. He was super excited. He was like, when he gets time, he's going to help Margaret's boyfriend, and that is Caleb. Yeah, so we connected so fast. Me and Margaret connected so fast. Let me tell you how I got to know that Margaret had traveled to Canada. So recently, I was on my phone scrolling and, like going through my WhatsApp chats. So I saw Margaret's contact and I was like, oh my God, I haven't talked to this girl for a while. I decided to check on her. I was like, hello, Margaret, how are you doing? And then she responded fast. She was like, hey, Letitia, long time. How is Uganda? I was like, what? Just be honest. Are you sure you are not in Uganda? She was like, girl, I traveled long time ago. I was like, no. Just be honest. Tell me, are you sure you're in Uganda or you're just joking with me? She was like, Letitia, I'm in Canada. I was like, what? I was like, girl, we really need to talk because I think we haven't talked in a while and I think there is a lot we really need to talk about. So I suggested that we make a call and we talk about it, because I wanted to know how she was able to make it in Canada. Yet the last time we talked, she was struggling with visa process. We made a call and she told me everything and she told me her whole story. And she was like, if you share this story on your YouTube channel, it's gonna inspire very many women. And I was like, me, I have no problem with sharing your story. She was like, yes, share this story. It's going to inspire very many women out there, and I'm sure they're going to learn something from it. So, and I was okay with sharing her story because this is the girl that came to me for help and we became friends. And that is something I would really, really do for her. I'm sharing with you her story because it was her suggestion. I hope you get to learn something from her story. I asked Margaret how did she know about dating apps and what really inspired her to use dating apps and what was her perception about dating apps before trying them. So, Margaret tells me that how she got to know about dating apps is through her cousin. Her cousin was married to an American man, and her cousin's husband was a workmate to Caleb. Her cousin's sister told her that her husband has a friend, and that friend is looking for an African woman, a woman who is a born again Christian, and that he is using dating apps to find that woman. So her cousin encouraged her to try dating apps, and he told her to try the dating app that Caleb was using. But Margaret didn't buy her idea, and that dating apps are for women who are very, very desperate, and she didn't want to look so desperate that she kept praying to God to bring her man of her dreams. So that one day she was on Facebook scrolling and she saw an advert of that dating app, and she was like, wait, this is the ad this is the app that my cousin told me about. And in her mind, she was like, maybe I should try using this app. Let me give it a try. And she downloaded the app and she gave it a try. She said that the first person who messaged her when she downloaded the app, it was Caleb. So when Caleb messaged her, she would respond to him once in a while, but she wasn't like so focused on him. Like she had no idea that she would end up with this man. So that after a few days, like 5 days, um, Caleb asked for her contact and they exchanged contacts. And when they exchanged contacts, communication was really, really great. And that when they started talking, they started catching feelings for each other, but they both feared to express it to each other that they were falling for each other. So, and they kept like chatting as friends, but later Caleb opened up about his feelings for Margaret, and then they started a relationship. They kept talking and talking and felt a deeper connection, and they felt like they have really, really found each other and they were meant to be together. And that's when Caleb started making plans to travel to Uganda. If you are a born again Christian and you are out there wondering if you'll ever find love or if you'll ever find someone who's also a born again, the good news is that you'll find that person, because I'm sure there are also international men who are born again and they are also looking for women who are born again. So don't lose hope and think that you've been meeting men who are just going to waste your time and they are not of your religion. Just have faith that one day you'll find that born again man you are looking for, because no matter what, if you're meant to get married to a born again man, I'm sure God will bring that man for you. So just keep praying, keep having faith, and don't settle for less. Yeah, if you are specifically looking for a born again and you are a born again Christian, then focus on looking for that man who that I know there are qualities you are considering to have in a man, but if you specifically want him to be a born again, then don't give up. Keep praying, and God will definitely bring that man for you. Because we have this testimony from Caleb and Margaret that they are both born again Christians, and they were specifically looking for born again Christians, and God brought them together. So you too, one day you'll find your born again Christian man who will love you, who will take care of you, who is ready to start a family with you. So just keep the faith and just know God is soon answering your prayers. I hope you are not even considering to give up. I hope just because you've stayed on that app for long, you are not even thinking of giving up, because there are many dating apps that are specifically for born again Christians. And I'm sure if you try them, you'll definitely find that person. So just have the faith and keep believing that everything is very possible. When Caleb and Margaret realized that they were meant to be together, Caleb was determined to come to Uganda and visit Margaret's parents. And Caleb had to tell his parents about his plans to travel to Uganda to meet his woman. And his parents were very happy, but they were really cautious. So they decided to make some research about Uganda. And unfortunately, they found only bad information about Uganda. And you know how internet can be very crazy. So his parents were really discouraged, and they told him not to travel to Uganda because Uganda was not safe. And Caleb also decided to make research about Uganda and realized that what his parents had told him was true. So it also discouraged him to travel to Uganda, and he told Margaret that he's not coming to Uganda anymore because there is so bad information about Uganda, that Uganda is not safe, and his parents are also against it. Margaret was kind of disappointed, and of course, they kept communicating, which kept their love even grow stronger. I know there is bad news about Uganda all over the internet, but one thing I can tell you is that Uganda is not unsafe as it sounds on internet. Yeah, so I know Caleb's parents had this fear of like their son would not be safe if he came to Uganda, but that's not true, because there are very many foreigners that travel to Uganda for business, for other things, to visit their women, and they go back safe. So don't worry, don't have that fear that your son will be in trouble in case he travels to Uganda. Uganda is not that bad. But my advice to Caleb is that if you ever plan to travel to Uganda, make sure you know where you are going to stay for the period you'll be in Uganda. And when you reach at the airport, you can order for Uber, or you can get an airport taxi, and it drives you direct to your hotel. Yeah, and make sure you also plan and list down the places you are going to visit in Uganda. Make sure you do enough research about those places, and make sure they are safe. Yeah, that way you'll be safe and have no fear. If you are going to drive around town and maybe visit a few places that are far away from the hotel where you'll be staying, then use Uber. You'll be safe. And the good thing is that you'll be with Margaret. Margaret will be guiding you. No matter what, Caleb will have to come to Uganda someday, because when Caleb and Margaret start a family, they will have to come to Uganda, because Margaret's family, they will have to meet their grandkids, and will Caleb not come to Uganda because he thinks Uganda is not safe? No, just make sure you plan everything right and travel to Uganda knowing that you are safe. And the fact that you'll be having Margaret, then you'll be even more safe, because Margaret knows the places that are safe in Kampala and the places that are not safe. Yeah, like even in developed countries, there are places that are not safe that you can't go to. So Kampala is a very good place, Uganda is a very good place, though there are some places that are not safe, but that doesn't mean that the whole of Uganda is not safe. Yeah, so if you are in the same situation as Caleb, that you think Uganda is not safe, that's not true. Just plan your trip and just know you will be safe in Uganda, as long as you don't move around at night, like in unsafe places. By 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., be in your hotel, and only travel around the town during day. You'll be very safe. So just don't have fear. Uganda is safe. Yeah, there are very many international men that have traveled to Uganda, and they are safe. Like, for example, my boyfriend, he was safe, and he didn't face any issue because it's me who was guiding him. If you let's say, if he chose a place that we went to, we would order for Uber, and I would know where we are going, it's a safe place. If it wasn't, I would let him know. So please don't fail to come to Uganda out of fear of thinking you will not be safe. And for example, Caleb, you are a soldier. Come on, you have many ways of protecting yourself in case you get in trouble. So just don't stress about it. Okay? I hope you take my advice and I hope someday you'll visit Uganda. Okay, so after that, they planned that Margaret should travel to the USA, and Margaret decided to apply for the American visa. Then Margaret decided to use an agent to help her apply for the visa. Then, after applying, she went for the interview. After the interview, she thought that she was going to receive an email very soon. But unfortunately, it took her really long to receive an email from the American embassy. So she kind of thought that maybe the American embassy denied her the visa. So she just gave up on that. And since it took her long to receive the email from the American embassy, her and Caleb decided to apply for Canada. So she also used an agent to apply for Canada, but the agent did a bad job and she was kind of disappointed. Then, after some time, her friend told her that she knew a very good agent that would help her apply for Canada and she would get her visa in very few days. She was excited. She told her friend to connect her to that agent, and her friend helped her and connected her to that agent. The agent really did a good job. She helped her and she got her visa in 3 days. That was a very, very big blessing for her. And she was super, super excited. So her plan was that when she reaches in Canada, she is going to be staying with her auntie. Yes, her aunt was going to provide her free accommodation, and then Caleb would always come and pay her a visit once in a while, but then it would be easy for them to get in touch. So right now, as I'm speaking, Margaret is in Canada and she has already met Caleb in person. I asked Margaret what surprised her about Caleb when they met in person. Margaret said that Caleb was a really, really fun person. He was caring, he treated her like a baby, he was a gentleman, and he did things that no man has ever done for her. Before they met, Caleb was very career focused. He was busy even when they got in touch, like even when they had some time to talk. Caleb never had time for fun time, like chit chatting and like having funny moments. Caleb was always career focused because he had two jobs. So he was always busy. So when they met in person, he thought Caleb would still be this serious guy. But when they met in person, Caleb was fun. He was so caring. He treated her like a baby, and that is something that made her surprised. He's like, but I thought you are this serious guy. So Margaret was impressed by Colab's funny words, and he said that this guy is funny, he can make you laugh, so which made her even feel like more and more in love with Caleb. I asked Margaret how supportive were Caleb's parents to their relationship. And Margaret told me that, girl, I have the best mother in law. She told me that, can you imagine my mother in law paid my air ticket to Canada? I was like, what? She said, Letitia, my mother in law paid 11 million Ugandan shillings for my air ticket to Canada. She was like, it is something I least expected. It is something that showed me how supportive my mother in law is. It is something that made her feel loved and loved and loved by her mother in law. So she said that Caleb's family is very supportive. They love her, and oh my God, she feels like she's so blessed to be part of Caleb's family. So I think that was so generous of Margaret's mother-in-law, and I think that showed how Caleb's mother is very generous and supportive to their relationship. So I'm very happy for you, Margaret, that you found a very good mother-in-law who is ready to support you along your journey with Caleb. I asked Margaret to share with me a moment when she felt a very deep connection with Caleb, even when they were in a long distance relationship. So Margaret said, there is a moment when they were talking and Caleb sent her a voice note. And that voice note, he said, one day you will be my wife. Margaret was super excited, and she said from that day she started feeling jealous. Even when Caleb would delay to reply her messages, she would think maybe Caleb is chatting with other women, or maybe like she started creating imaginations in her mind that didn't even exist just because she felt so much love for him because Caleb had confessed that one day he will make her his wife. So when she told me that, I laughed. I was like, why would you think he is chatting with other women? She said she doesn't know, but she started thinking a lot of things. She would never wanted him to even delay to reply her messages. I laughed, but she said that was a very sweet message she received from him, and it made her feel so special. And it also made her very so much connected to Caleb, even when they were in a long distance relationship. I asked Margaret how she maintained trust in their long distance relationship. And Margaret told me that she made sure their communication was always effective, and that made their love even stronger. And the fact that they had too much faith in God, it also helped them to maintain trust in their long distance relationship. Make sure if you are out there looking for love, just know that communication is very important. And of course, praying to God as well to also protect your relationship. Yeah, so let's learn that from Margaret and Caleb. I asked her about their future plans now that they have already met in person after a long distance relationship of 2 years. She said, girl, we are getting married next year and I can't wait. She said they have already started making meetings with their family back here in Uganda that they are getting married next year. So she's super excited. She can't wait, to be in that gown and she can't wait to be Mrs. Caleb. So she's a very jolly person. She told me how she's excited about it, and I think she deserves it because 2 years is a very, very long time. Those who are interested in knowing which app that Caleb and Margaret made, the app is Christian Mingle. Christian Mingle is where Caleb and Margaret made. You can also try it, with dating apps. It's all about trying your luck because you never know which app you will find your love. Try it and you might find your person there. The Christian Mingle app is a very easy app to use and it is also free. It has a free version, so you can also try it and try your luck. So, yeah, Margaret has an advice for you, single ladies looking for love online. She says, be patient, learn to be patient, and know that things will happen at the right time. She also encourages you to pray to God that God will bring that man. Just keep praying and have hope that things will happen for you. Yes, and she said, be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone else to make someone love you. She said, be yourself and allow things to come naturally. Don't feel pressured. Just let things flow naturally, and God will surely bless you with your man. So, I hope this story was really inspiring to someone out there looking for love, to someone out there who's a born again Christian and they are looking for love. And I hope you had something to learn from this video. So if you have any questions regarding Margaret's story, if you have anything you'd love to ask about this video, reach out to me. I'll put my Instagram details in the description box. You can reach out to me, ask me anything. I'll be ready to guide you. Even if it's not about this video, ask me anything. I'm ready to guide you. And I want to say thanks for watching up to the end. It means a lot to me. Keep supporting our channel. If you have not subscribed, please hit that bell button, subscribe to our channel, and let's keep Get Inspired channel growing. So allow me to say bye. Let's meet in the next video.